Здравствуйте, меня зовут Гон Ричард. Приятно познакомиться. So this time, what I'd like to talk about is it's complicated, not so complicated, but first of all, let me speak out a complicated stuff. So the complicated stuff is Давайте, ездим, Луганская область, чтобы искать себя. Себя is a correct pronunciation. So I will tell you again. Давайте, ездим, Луганская область, чтобы искать себя. So which is a title, or which is what I'm going to talk about. So the conclusion. No, maybe before telling you the conclusion of this episode, maybe I should tell you some background. Anyway, let me tell you the background or introductory part of this episode. So at first, what I told you in Russian language is, let's go to Luganska Oblast to search ourselves, which is what I said. So yeah, some people wander in other countries, or some people there are some people who go to other countries and wander there, and so and this is a perspective of our country, or this is a perspective of the general public in my country, but such people seek for themselves, or such people go to other countries, or such people go abroad to look for themselves, or to find themselves, which is a perspective of the general public in my country. So I don't know how I don't know such people are I don't know how such people are seen in your country, or I don't know how I don't know the opinion, or I don't know the general opinion, the general perspective of your country to I guess, or to those people who go abroad and wonder there. So what I'm the traveling is not what I'm talking about. Is not traveling. Just traveling abroad is fine. I go I haven't gone abroad for these years, but actually, there are many people who go abroad, or who go some places for as a tourism, as a business trips. So people go abroad. People go abroad for their own business trips, and for the sightseeings, for as a entertainment. That is fine. So the people I'm talking about are not such ordinary people, or ordinary people, and ordinary people go to some places, or ordinary people go abroad for sightseeings, or for business trips. But some people go to some places. Of course, such people do sightseeing. So such people visit sightseeing spots, or sightseeing place. Such people visit such people visit some places for sightseeing. But actually, so there are some people who go to, for example, so Middle East countries. Some people There are some people who go to Middle East countries and abducted, get abducted, and finally such people are executed, or such people are killed in front of the general public, or in front of the video camera, which is going to be played in TV news, or TV shows, or TV shows. Anyway, so those people who go to, for example, who go to Middle Eastern countries, or who go to other dangerous places, are what are the people I'm talking about. So so maybe most of you do not go to dangerous places. So if you'd like to go to, for example, Middle Eastern countries, or Latin American countries for sightseeing, that is all right. And if you have stuff to do for your for example, for your companies, or for the organization you are working for, that is all right. So if you have some kind of business trip, or if you have have some works to do in, for example, Middle Eastern countries and Latin American countries, and those places those places are found dangerous. But actually, if you if you are ordered by your if the organizations if the companies you work for order dispatch to you to those dangerous places, that is what that is your obligation, or that is what you have to do, or that is what you are obliged or obligated to do. So apart from such significant purposes, or apart from such significant purposes, there are some people who are, so maybe backpacker people, or backpackers are such people, or backpackers are categorized into such people who wants to go to some dangerous places like Middle Eastern countries or Latin American countries, or impoverished Asian countries, to look for themselves, or to look for their own characteristics. I don't know their purposes, and I don't know how I don't know what purpose do you think they have? But actually, there are such kind of people. So how should I say? So I should explain what the Luganska Oblast is. Maybe you couldn't find any relationships between the title and the such people, or such backpackers who are likely to go to dangerous places. So Luganskaya Oblast is, I said Luganskaya Oblast. Luganskaya Oblast is one of the oblasts, or one of the regions of Ukraine. So Luganskaya Oblast is the easternmost region, or the easternmost oblast, located in the territory of Ukraine. So which means, and I'm recording this episode in on February in 2022, which means there are imminent wars between, or there are imminent fightings between Ukraine and Russia, which is why. So as I told you, Luganskaya Oblast is the easternmost region, or the easternmost region, or oblast of Ukraine, which is why people living in such people living in that oblast are in danger of wars, or conflicts, or bloody conflicts, or fightings. And there are other oblasts located eastward in Ukraine, and the other oblasts are, for example, so apart from Luganskaya Oblast, Kharkovskaya Oblast, and Donetskaya Oblast, which are eastern oblasts, or eastern regions of Ukraine. So people living in those oblasts are in danger of wars, which may happen in the future, or which may wars may happen. Wars may, or there is a possibility that wars are provoked, or wars are executed between Ukraine and Russia. So maybe Russian soldiers intrude into Ukraine territory, which is how maybe wars are going to become. Anyway, so apart from those oblasts, there is a oblast which is Kherkonskaya Oblast. Kherkonskaya Oblast is across Crimea, So maybe most of you know that Crimea Peninsula, but the oblast I told you, the oblast is Kherkonskaya Oblast. Kherkonskaya Oblast is really close to, or Kherkonskaya Oblast is located to the north of Crimea Peninsula, or Crimea Peninsula. So in which sense people living in people living in Ukrainian people living in Luganskaya oblast are in danger of wars because they are maybe Russian troopers or Russian soldiers or Russian military service have have some their own people in the peninsula or Crimea or Crimea Peninsula. Anyway, so what I'd like you to know in this episode is that there's no use in such travels. Of course, if you'd like to. So I don't know whether it's must to go to travel to Ukraine in this time for sightseeing or not. But whether I don't know whether it's must to go to Ukraine or not in this occasion for just for sightseeing. But actually, I don't. I understand the feeling, because I like traveling, and I like traveling abroad. So which is why I can understand your feeling. But actually, so if the purpose of your trips is to find yourselves, for example, if the purposes of your trips or of your journeys are to find your own characteristics, or if the purposes of your travels are to find for example yourselves or true figures of yourselves. Let me tell you that let me tell you the fact that I don't think you can find such things like true yourselves or yourselves you couldn't have noticed in daily lives. So of course it's possible to notice, or it's possible to realize who are really are by traveling in some places. It's possible. Traveling what trips and journeys give you different opportunities, and by facing which or by experiencing which, it's possible that you can understand different aspects of yourselves. I can understand such a thing, and I do not deny I do not deny that there is such aspect which you can realize by traveling, or by going for journeys, or by going abroad, for example, because you force yourself to experience other types of environments, which are different from the situation surrounding you in everyday life, or in everyday lives. But actually, so if you'd like to realize the different aspects or different sides of your true characteristics, or if you'd like to realize the different aspects or the different sides of your true humanities, so it's fine to go to other safer countries, for example. So I'm Japanese, and I live in Japan. But actually, so if you'd like to find myself, so it's fine for me to go to, for example, other safer countries. For example, in my perspective, I have been to some European countries, or in my case, I have been to some advanced or developed European countries. So it's fine for me to go to Germany, or it's fine for me to go to French. I don't know. Maybe it's up to you whether you think France is a tourist friendly country or not. So I have heard that there are some criminals there are some criminals or crimes have having targeted the tourists or Japanese tourists, which is what I have heard from some people. Anyway, so some people had told me such a thing. But actually, So in my case, it's fine to go to other safer European countries to real if I want to realize myself, if I want to know the different aspects of my true characteristics, if I want to realize such things, like which you have many options to do such a thing. So what I want you to know in this episode is that you do not have to go to dangerous places if you'd like to know true humanities you have. So stuff. So which is what I like you to know. So this is an extreme example that so to realize or to know the different aspects or different sides of your humanities, which may be, so I don't know whether those aspects or those true humanities are different from who you are in everyday lives. But actually, if you'd like to realize such aspects or sides of your humanities, so it's fine to go to other safer countries. I don't think you have to go to Middle Eastern countries and get kidnapped or get abducted and get executed. I don't think you need to experience such harsh experiences like abductions or executions. And of course, if you experience executions and you got killed, you get killed, you can't you can't realize the true humanities you have anymore, because your hearts have stopped just after the executions, which is like which. So if you'd like to realize, so I'm going to tell you again. So if you'd like to notice true characteristics you have, or who you really are, or yourselves, so you do not have to go to dangerous places. And so maybe some of you may have some of you might thought it was fine to go to Luganskaya Oblast. So anyway, so coming back to the original topic, to start with, Luganskaya Oblast is it's Russian language, and so saying this in Ukrainian language, that seem to be Luhanska Oblast, or in the case of Donetsk and Kharkiv, Donetskaya Oblast and Kharkov Oblast. Donetskaya Oblast is Donetsk, and Kharkov Oblast is Kharkiv Oblast in Ukrainian language, maybe. So in English, so maybe English uses Ukrainian languages for the names of those oblasts, which is why I use Russian languages, because so they are, so because you most of you are native speakers of English language, which is why so it what I also wanted you to realize, I also wanted you to realize that there are other languages. Maybe there is a language named Russian language, but actually I wanted you to experience stuff that Russian languages, stuff like that, which is what I wanted you to experience this time. But actually in this episode, what I'd like you to understand is that you do not have to go to dangerous places to realize or to notice who you are, which is what I'd like you to know this time. And finally, if you have studied Russian language, so I don't know whether you could realize or not, but actually to go to has prepositions. To go to has a preposition, and to is a preposition, isn't it? So so correct Russian is Давайте, ездим в Луганская область, чтобы искать себя, which is a correct manner of saying. So I actually I intentionally omitted preposition. I'm sorry for my awkward explanation of grammatical stuff. it's tough for me to explain English grammar, not English grammar, but Russian grammar in English language. But actually, so the correct title is Давайте ездим в Луганская область, чтобы искать себя. So, if some of you know, it's necessary, if some of you know whether it's necessary to, conjugate Luganskaya or not. So please tell me if possible. And actually, at last, maybe this is a true mistake that I said in Ukrainian language Luganskaya oblast is Luganska oblast, but actually in Ukrainian language Luganskaya oblast is maybe Luhanska oblast or Luhanska oblast. And of course, Crimea is Crimea in English language, but in Russian language, Crimea is called Crimea. So that's it. Thank you very much for your listening. Paka paka. See you.